Okay, I found these two 20 megahertz bandpass filters in the telemetry receiver, and I don't have any use for them, and I just thought it'd be interesting to take a look inside. These are really well constructed. You can see they're in steel cans, they're soldered shut, they're hermetically sealed, very nice, made by Alpha Components Incorporated. And one is a 30 kilohertz filter and one's a 100 kilohertz filter, so I took them over to the belt sander and basically ground the corners off of it so I could peel back one of the edges. And so that's what I did here. I peeled back the edge, and inside I found the actual boards, and they're surprising for a couple of reasons. So before we get started, let me show you what they actually do. Here's the what is it? Frequency versus amplitude plot swept through the 100 kilohertz filter, and the picture here you see is 500 kilohertz wide. So yeah, it's right about 2 divisions, so it's right about 100 kilohertz. And then this picture is the 30 kilohertz filter, so you see it's much narrower. So they do as advertised. Okay, so let's take a look at the way these things are constructed. Okay, let's take a look at the 100 kilohertz one first. It's got all kinds of stuff. Wow. I don't know if these are crystals or not, these end ones. They're kind of in funny cans. And this thing in the middle, I think, is an inductor. It's kind of all gooped up with tape. These might be inductors as well, although I'm not quite sure. They're not marked like a crystal, and they're not round like a crystal. They're squares, but maybe they're just a different crystal. But yeah, there's one tooth, and that, I mean, it looks like an inductor too. Maybe they're just crystals. I don't know. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anyway, lots of them, right? But look at the construction. The construction is really shoddy. I mean, it's really gross. Everything's just kind of thrown in there and all kind of mushed together, and then they come along and tweak all these capacitors, and yeah, that's as ugly as sin. Wow, I'd be embarrassed. But then they put it inside the can, they close the lid, and you can't tell. So you pay lots of money for it. I'm sure it's good electrically, but wow, it is ugly. I was kind of shocked at how bad it really was. Anyway, so this one you get your money's worth. All kinds of stuff in this one. The other one, though, is really disappointing. I thought the 30 kilohertz one would have a lot more stuff in it than the 100 kilohertz one, but it's just the opposite. This one's like super simple. It's got some kind of inductor here, and two inductors and 2 filters, 2 crystals, and yeah, that's it. Then this really cruddy little board on the bottom. Looks like it's a multi-purpose board. I guess, let's see, are these the exact same boards? They probably are. Anyway, it's got a lot of extra holes in it, so it's probably one board fits all. But yeah, isn't that as ugly as, yeah, that's pretty bad. And you can see they've put 2 capacitors together. So they've tweaked it in, right? So they needed 2 values here, one big one and one little one. And there's a couple tweaks on this one as well. But wow, I was kind of shocked. But once again, put it inside the box and close the lid, and nobody will know.